Come on. All right, little update for Miss Meli. She's doing very well. She's very into taking the snackos. So just a little update. I always start out my first week with marker in position, so it's not super exciting, but it is something that I like to fill in for you guys so that when she comes home, you can keep up the same lingo. So marker is going to be a word that marks a moment in time that we like something, and for her that's going to out, good girl, announce the arrival of food. Yes, get it. So I want to create the association between the two events, that marker equals food, so that way whatever behavior she's doing when she hears the marker will take on the good feeling of receiving food, so that she's more likely to repeat it in the future. And then there's different markers that have different meanings as far as what I'm looking for behavior-wise, right? So the first one is the word yes, which means, hey, come take food for me. There's no need for a commitment to behavior. When she hears the word yes, she can stop what she's doing and she can come take food for me. So I use that one predominantly in the beginning when I'm introducing new behaviors, because it allows me to get in a bunch of reps, because I'm not needing her to remain in behavior, right? So that way, if she's not 100% sure what exactly I'm looking for and she comes out of behavior, I don't have to go through the trouble of like putting her back into behavior. I can reward her for showing the thing that I like, and then she can come take food. So I can get in a bunch of reps that way. And then we have good, which is going to imply duration. So with that one, when she's doing a behavior that I like, I can say good, and I can bring the reinforcer to her, and I can keep paying her out. Yes. Yeah. I can pay her in behavior, so I can, lengthen the duration in which she is in behavior. And then okay is duration, or is the terminal marker, meaning that the behavior is over. It is important that the word happens, the marker, the verbal marker happens before any inclination that I'm going to be giving her food. So any movements, I want her responding to the word and not my movements. So that way when we're in distraction or settings where she's not looking at me and I go to Meli, out, yes, thank you, not gonna go on the counter. If she's not looking at me and I go to mark and reward, she's reflexively responding to that word and not my movement. So you'll see me do a lot of like fake movements, like I'm reaching into my pouch for treats. None of that means anything until she hears the word. Good. Good. Okay. Yeah. I want her reflexively responding to that word. So again, yes, it's just, hey, come take food from me. A lot of times I'll be really playful with it. I want to up its value by adding in a little bit of that prey drive, a little bit of healthy frustration where she's trying to get to it and can't quite get to it easily. That is going to up its value because that is something that she enjoys. So, Meli, yes. Whoa, go get it. Her having, you have a bug in your hair. Her having to chase after it is going to be fun for her because that's what dogs like to do. So, come here, sit, good. Just the difference between the two. I'm bringing the food to her. I can add in movements, all of that stuff. I'm neutralizing my movements. Good. Get it. Good. If she comes out of behavior, good. Okay. I'm just going to guide her back into behavior. Normally I have a leash on her. I let her run around. Out. Thank you. I let her run around for this video just because we had a weird day with like tornadoes and stuff, so she's been a little bit more cooped up than normal, so I let her run around and play. But normally I would utilize my leash, which is something that we have just started doing, is introducing her to the concept of leash pressure. I want my dogs to know what leash pressure means, what it's asking, and how to make it go away through non-compliance, so we can build reliability within the behavior. So in this room, there's not a lot competing for her attention. She can look out the windows and sniff around and think, out, thank you, yes, good girl, and things like that. But she's mostly motivated by me. When we go into different situations where there are competing motivators and she's not really interested in what I have to offer, I want there to still be that follow through and me to still be able to guide her to behavior. So I utilize leash pressure to say, thank you. Even though you're not motivated by what I have to offer, I still need you to do this for me. So that I want to use my leash in that situation. I want to make sure she really actually understands what the leash is asking. Otherwise, we kind of dive into opposition reflex where she resists it. So right now, I'm really just in the learning phase, utilizing just enough leash pressure where she feels it, but doesn't necessarily need it to go away. It's not a discomfort, it's not annoying, but she's aware of it. As I ask for the behavior that she knows, so like I usually will use sit, I'm going to gently kind of lift up on that leash so it creates a little bit of pressure. And then as she does the behavior, it goes away, I mark and reward. So over time, I'm conditioning the response to that of pressure is asking for something, tension is asking for something, and it goes away through compliance. So that way, later, when I actually need to utilize that pressure and I need to fix the behavior, she knows what the heck that means. So that's where we are right now. We've started doing stuff out. Thank you, good girl. Excuse me. We started doing things out front. Next week we'll start doing field trips. Usually I'll go out. There's like a little like field down the road. We'll do Home Depot and things like that. So I'm going to work at her pace and see where she's ready to start absorbing things and not being too distracted by her environment. And I want to build engagement in those situations. So even if she is interested in the environment, I still have a relationship and I still mean something to her. So I want to make sure I'm moving at her pace so that I am setting both of us up for success and not creating too much conflict. But otherwise, she's doing really great. Let's see. The one thing that she was a little bit worried about initially was the place cut. She's not that worried about it anymore. Oh my gosh, she just made a liar out of me, good girl. But that's something we've been working on. At first, she was like, I don't really know about this thing. So you'll see place. Yes. Yeah, girl. Place. Good. Behavior and behavior. Good. And I'm just kind of building in movement. Good. I want her to learn how to be in behavior. Good. Even if I'm not right there with her, right? Good. And then, okay. Yay. Let's go. Good. Beautiful. Let's go. Good. Yeah. Good. Let's go. Good. Sit. Good. And then you see me do a couple of times up. Yes, that's just helping for jumping, which is something that we'll work on. Like right now I'm creating the response to the word, obviously, up. And then at home I like it to be something that instead of symptom chasing just the jumping part, we're going to utilize that out command for a lot of different behaviors where she learns how to respect boundaries. So not just with jumping. I want to create a clear picture of you do have spatial boundaries. So just walking through hallway or walking through doorways, having her give you a little bit of space for walking. She's yielding to us. If I'm sitting down and she wants to come say hi, I can make sure that she's cuddling and all of those things when I want it. But as soon as I say enough, I want her respecting that request and not being too much conflict. Little tiny nuances like that individually aren't that big of a deal, but they're teaching her the picture of we do have boundaries, right? Meli, yes. Yeah, and then we already have name recognition, which is just the intro to a recall. We're still working on her down. Come here, sit, down. She's kind of needing a little bit more alluring with that, which is fine. Typically, especially for my shorter leg dogs, for some reason they struggle a little bit with down. Down, good, good. Take it. Good. Oh my gosh, down, good. Okay, yeah, good job. All right, if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask if I do not cover something for you. It's Friday, so my brain is pooping out. But yeah, she's doing really good. She's doing well in the yard. She's a little bit of a rougher player and tends to kind of poke at the dogs, but nothing like terrible. She's with the little dogs, so that's usually a mixture of, thank you, good job, of younger dogs and older dogs. So she's just learning her social boundaries with everybody, and sometimes the older dogs don't want to play the way that she plays. So there's no better teacher than a dog teacher, so she's learning the social cues from the dogs that are like, I need space, you need to give it to me. Right, girl? Yeah. All right, cool. We're all done. Yeah.